The regulatory climate surrounding EVs might be in flux, but Kia is pressing forward with an aggressive expansion of its electric vehicle offerings regardless. And why not? Kia doesn't seem to need government help building appealing EVs such as the big new EV9 3-row SUV, sporty EV6 crossover, or forthcoming EV5 compact SUV. Next to be flushed down the product pipeline, zapped across the wire? The super affordable and small EV3 SUV, though it might not make it stateside, and these. The all-new 2026 EV4 sedan and hatchback models. The EV4 made its official debut at what Kia is calling its 2025 EV Day, an EV-focused event in Spain, with the US spec version landing at the 2025 New York Auto Show. And while we were also shown the EV4 hatchback, we'll pop your balloon up front. Only the sedan is coming here in early 2026. The bigger news, however, is the expected price. Kia suggests the EV4 sedan will cost about $37,000 when it lands stateside, and it made no carve-out for the $7,500 EV tax credit in that price, which we're taking to mean $37,000 will be the MSRP. Any government incentives would just be gravy on top, if they're still around in a year, of course. Trust us. It's mostly conventional in case you're staggered by the EV4's wild concept car looks. Allow us to ground you somewhat with its actual size. The EV4 is a compact car, though it's notably smaller than the Ioniq 6 electric sedan built by Kia's corporate cousin, Hyundai, measuring a few inches shorter in length, about an inch narrower, and half an inch shorter in height, with a significant 5.1 inches shorter wheelbase. This does not mean the EV4 is small, though. It simply places it in line with conventional compact cars you're familiar with, namely the Honda Civic and Toyota Corolla, as well as Kia's own gas-fed K4. Another differentiator? The EV4 is front-wheel drive, with a single front-mounted motor spinning out 150 kilowatts of power, that's 201 horsepower. The Ioniq 6 is offered in both single and dual-motor, all-wheel drive configurations, but the two-wheel drive version has its more powerful, 225 horsepower, motor-mounted rears, driving the rear wheels. Other than their arrangement beneath the EV4's bodywork, the primary electric components, drive motor, battery, etc., are shared with other E-GMP platform cars, including the Ioniq 6, Kia's own EV6 and EV9, and others. In America, the EV4 will come in 3 trim levels to start: EV4 Lite, EV4 Wind, and EV4 GT line. The Lite model comes with the smaller of the EV4's 2 battery options, a 58.3 kWh unit good for a claimed 235 miles of range. The larger 81.4 kWh unit comes with the EV4 Wind and EV4 GT line models. Range estimates for the GT line, which also rides on larger 19-inch wheels than the Lite or Wind, both of which use more modest 17-inchers, are TBD for now, but Kia says the Wind, with its large battery and normal-sized wheels, should deliver 330 miles of range, best of the EV4 bunch. With either battery, the EV4 utilizes a 400-volt setup, a step down from the Ioniq 6's 800-volt architecture. This impacts charging times, if only slightly. The EV4 Lite can be DC fast charged from 10 to 80% in 29 minutes, while the big battery Wind and GT line need 31 minutes. Equivalent Ioniq 6s can do the same deed in as little as 18 minutes. Interestingly, the EV4 Lite's battery pack is smaller than the equivalent Ioniq 6a, while its bigger pack is larger. Though the Ioniq 6 still beats the EV4 either way, small battery 6s are good for 240 miles on the low end, while big battery models net 361 on the high end. But that stuff's boring, look at it. When the EV4 goes on sale next year, unless another automaker debuts a wilder-looking compact car, the EV4 will be the show stealer in its segment. It even makes the Hyundai Ioniq 6. Itself a vaguely Porsche-esque design with lots of crazy aerodynamic add-ons and wings, recently jazzed up for 2026, too, look normal. A Tesla Model 3 will fast become automotive wallpaper. After first seeing the EV4 in photos, we thought it seemed interesting, if a little awkwardly detailed. In person, the EV4 tries stealing the glances of everyone nearby with its angularity, snub nose posture, and wide-set vertical LED lighting. We bet Cadillac designers are eating their hearts out right now, that's how successful the EV4's tall headlights are. Approach the EV4 from the front, and those LED slashes placed way out at the corners and the stubby, plunging hood make the car seem very wide. Walk around to the sides, and the Kia seems to stretch on, a clever visual trick of the tapered rear end, since, again, the EV4 is about the same size as a Civic. There is still a lot going on in the details, with intersecting cut lines, odd mixes of body color and black painted elements, especially around the roof, but the effect is more successful here than on Kia's conventionally powered K4 sedan, which is essentially this EV's gas-fed analog. While some might lament the hatchback's exclusion from the US market, for now, we think the sedan wears this styling better. The hatch is over 8 inches shorter than the sedan, with all of that chopped from behind its rear wheels. As such, it suffers a severe case of pancake butt, and its T-shaped taillights seem ripped off the newest Chevy SUVs. And the sedan's long booty affords it a roomy boot.